Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fish Tank Show. Actually, no, sorry, I'm looking in a mirror right now. However, welcome to iCards. Welcome. Trent, Luke, my name's Luke.
Good to meet you, man.
LukeFarTV.com. Fantastic for you to be here, down here at iCards in Queenstown. Absolute fantastic establishment, and here we are talking all things TEDx, all things ZipTrek Tours, and all things LukeFarTV.com. Welcome to the show. I guess run through ZipTrek and where you've come with that. It's been around 5 years.
It's been a bit of a long path and a short path. It feels like a long time ago, but 5.5 years ago we opened a zipline or a flying fox business here. People said, you're starting a business using flying foxes, how might that happen? It's kind of like saying, I'd like to start a world empire of yo-yos, right?
Absolutely.
Like people might not see the match.
Big time.
But basically this place in Queenstown is a very beautiful, it's one of the most scenic places I've ever lived. And I came here about 9 years ago, and 3 months later I picked up all my stuff and moved to Queenstown to set up ZipTrek. I decided, well, this is a good thing to do, this sounds like a whole lot of fun, has a whole lot of things that I'm really interested in, the whole environmental side as well as the experiential side.
Right.
It's a good business, let's go do it somewhere. So once I found Queenstown, it was a bit of a process, but in 2009 we opened up a business that we have tens of thousands of guests now and have about 20 to 30 staff, depending on the season.
Wow.
Summer, winter.
Okay.
And it's kind of a bit of a staple for Queenstown adventure tourism now.
Absolutely. I mean, coming from obviously the architectural background, do you bring that, and I'm sure you had some form of a involvement in making and constructing this up there? Was that part of it, or?
I think the architecture stuff, my original training, one of a few actually, was very good.
I'm trying to piece together from architect to flying fox.
I know.
I'm trying to bridge the gap here.
You and me both, actually.
Oh, you're still working that out?
Still working it out.
Perfect. Takes a while.
So
5 years.
we basically, I came with I just studied architecture, and it was a great start because it's kind of a very general study. It's, you know, arts and humanities and anthropology and you know, technical stuff, all sorts of stuff that I'm really interested in, but it's very broad and very diverse. I think that helped me to put this project in perspective.
Okay.
Work with different consultants and make sure that this job got delivered. The build was actually only about 3-4 months anyway. And
that's
the
awfully
guys,
quick. Is that?
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Is that stock standard? I mean, not that anyone else has done it. However, did Canada take the same time? Was it different?
No, it took longer in Canada, but we have a very established system for doing so now. We've got a kind of small team. It's probably about 12 people that were involved in that. We build fast and get the job done.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this purely isn't unique to just Queenstown. It's unique to New Zealand as a whole. Is that right?
Yeah, it's actually the first. There's actually 3 zipline companies, I would say, right now. Okay. But we were the first, and we've easily got the most experience in delivering this. It's a beautiful, beautiful location, and it has spectacular Queenstown views. So that's why it's been picked up. The imagery's been picked up and thrown around the world on lots of different things now.
Exactly, and it's been so good that you have gained and acquired an array of awards.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good run. We've got a new one coming.
There, you're like, where's he going?
No, we've got a new one coming in, but I can't tell you about it. But anyway, we've won a range of awards, sort of on business level, from a community level, and sort of sustainability and environmental stuff.
He can't tell us about the important stuff, ladies and gentlemen. However, he should tell us, because that's what people want to hear.
No, I mean it's really good to be able to say that you're just a good business, that it ticks all the boxes into the solid business. The sustainability stuff is very important, and you know, one of the pillars as such for us. But you need to behave well as a business, and no one wants to feel like it's an environmental business, so it's not going that well, but it's at least alive. That, you know, you don't want to celebrate that. You want to celebrate it's just a good business.
Absolutely, yeah. And it is run on biofuel, biodiesel.
So we use biodiesel.
Can you run us through that? I mean, I'm fairly vague on that. I'm sure
biodiesel.
Out there, but
yeah, so biodiesel is basically fuel which is partly sourced from stuff that's not fossil fuel or stuff from the ground. It's usually canola or pine oil or other ranges of oils that are processed to become a biodiesel. Okay. So basically it's energy, but it's just not from a dead dinosaur.
I did really want to ask and get your feedback around, obviously, tourism, both in New Zealand, specifically in Queenstown, and then abroad, and how it actually stacks up on the world stage. I mean, we're in I guess a country that is renowned in terms of eco living. We've got the green flag. Everyone comes here. It's fantastic. The adventures, the outdoors, the water rafting, the whatever you want to do here. How do you think that compares on an international stage? If you look at the likes of Canada or any other big sort of tourism destinations, how do you think Queenstown does stack up on the global stage?
So my view is New Zealand tourism, and obviously this is a biased view as a person in New Zealand tourism, but I think that what we have in terms of quality, diversity, uniqueness is unbelievable. The reason I'm here, the reason I set up this business is because this place, and particularly the place that I set up, was so mind-blowing that I thought that it could stack up on a world stage, because that's what we want to do. We don't want to do stuff as good as you can in your local community. We want to do it the best in the world. So New Zealand tourism, as an avid traveller, I just got back from Samoa. I was in Singapore recently. I was in Bhutan last year. I do regular China trips.
How often are you travelling? 4 times, 5 times out of the year, or
at least 5 times a year internationally, I would say. So anyway, I do it myself as work. I do it myself as interest myself. I think that there's definite areas of opportunity for New Zealand. Particularly this clean green image is actually a good thing for us. But there's also some challenges that we have. Definitely around how we handle the volumes of people. We're looking at massive growth from China, massive growth from India. We can't handle it. In fact, we don't want to handle it. We just want to get the right type of guest to New Zealand. Right. And that's what I would be a big focus for me if I was, ruling the roost of tourism, which I'm not.
So you're trying to really drill into the buyer profile and I guess being exclusive on who Queenstown and New Zealand want here in our country.
It's about the right match, right? And that's like with any good product delivered to anyone. You need to deliver the right thing to the right person, because then they'll be happy. So mass tourism, large scale stuff, we can't even handle. We talked about conferences over 1,000 people, and New Zealand struggles with that.
Wow.
But what we need to do is focus on the people who really love this sort of place, an independent place, a place where they can explore, a place where they can see spectacular views, be very safe. And actually, you know what? People don't get to New Zealand by accident. It's hard to be at the edge of the earth by accident. You're not on the way anywhere.
Absolutely, no, they didn't just jump on a plane and sort of have no idea of where
that's right.
Drop in the middle of nowhere, were they?
So we have to have something really unique. Something that is those pure, beautiful, amazing things, but something that's experiential, something that actually offers them to their own life value.
Absolutely.
And this is what the new consumer or the new tourist is looking for. It's something that represents them. Because on social media, when they post it, it needs to be like, I'm wearing this as a badge on my shoulder. It's cool, it's different, it's unique. It's a bit green, a bit the whole environmental thing, and it's exciting, right? So when I talk to people who come to New Zealand, I'm really interested to find out why they chose New Zealand.
Yeah, the big question, the why.
Yeah.
Why are you here? The thing with Queenstown though, it's a mixed demographic in terms of age, isn't it?
Oh, really?
You got 65, 70-year-olds up the slopes, and then you got a 5-year-old. So to get a place like that, I mean, it's just
because
for
it's got
business.
golf tourism, it's got the mountain biking edge stuff, and it's got mountain biking cruisy stuff, like the touring stuff, as well as downhill and slope style and all that sort of stuff. Then it's got wine tourism, like Gippsland Valley, Pinot Noir, Burgundy-based grapes, red wines, beautiful stuff.
Just brought the wine topic up. We could chat about wine all day.
And then it's got the whole adventure stuff and snow stuff. It's got everything. So yes, I'm biased, but absolutely, there's kind of something for everyone who wants to cruise. It's also got the gateway to most of the major walks, or the what are they called? The Great Walks. And so a lot of that's down in Milford Sound and stuff, and people are bouncing in and out of here.
Okay, fantastic. Would you say that with Queenstown and being this sort of picturesque place, I mean, I come here because I snowboarded and skied and have been doing that for a long period of time. However, do you think people still come here even if they don't do that. You know what I mean? People come here based on the fact that, hey, it's Queenstown, and you know, you strung a great chord around. You know, let's put this on social media. Let's show that we're in a place that is so popular. Do you find that? I guess if you look around, you do see people say, hey, I haven't seen you at the slopes, or what are you doing here, and why are you here? Are you here because everyone else is talking about it?
Yeah.
Or are you here because you just like to be
Simply,
here?
there's 2 points to that, 2 answers to that. One is the people who even ski want a day off to do other stuff, or 2 days or 3 days, or the weather's a bit cruddy, so I want to do other stuff. So there is a range of things to do, indoors and outdoors, experiential,
the hot
interactive.
pools. Gotta go to those hot
Yeah,
pools.
you know, you can go to all the wineries we talked about and all that sort of stuff. The second element is the people who don't really want to see this beautiful place. And that's kind of as simple as that. This whole town, this whole Queenstown itself is the draw card. So when, for example, as Australian ski areas, they don't really compete by any stretch.
Absolutely not.
In terms of the type of things that you can do, the diversity of things you can do while skiing and or while not skiing in summer, let's say. So there's a handful of things you can do, but not even close to the range all year round.
Okay.
So in terms of like the opportunities for Queenstown as a tourism location, in terms of its weather, in terms of activity availability, in terms of the tight size of it, like it's a really small town.
Absolutely.
Which offers a lot. So these all make it really easy to go in and out of, and to understand and to explore.
Would you say that the majority of the tourists that do come here would it be a 50-50 split, or would you say 80% towards they are skiers and snowboarders, or is it a mixed group from trekkers to mountain climbers to? It's
very mixed, yeah.
Bikers even.
I've met so many people who come here during the middle of ski season who are not skiing. Our summers are bigger than winters.
Is that right?
Yeah, summer's bigger than winter, right?
Wow.
Like, I don't know, 60,000 people probably come in during that Christmas, New Year period.
Wow.
January, February is a write-off here. Like, it's jam-packed full, and there's a lot of accommodation in Queenstown.
Wow.
You know, possibly, you know, not as much as Auckland, but almost as much as Auckland, right?
Is that right?
And it's completely full, like Chinese New Year, school holidays, everyone's coming in February now. So that February peak is almost just as high as the Christmas, New Year peak now.
Is that your busiest season?
Yeah, so that's easily our busiest season.
Wow.
So that's like, it's a really, some people don't realise, if they haven't been here in summer or spring or autumn, how big our summers are. They're huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And mountain bikers everywhere.
You're a pretty talented guy. I mean, I'm not here to blow your own trumpet, but I mean, you are and involved in such an array of different projects and aspects of running different businesses. I see you do TEDx, don't you?
Yeah.
In Queenstown.
Yeah, so TEDx has been an interesting path. And I talked to you before about culture and
Big time.
And innovation, edge thinking stuff. It's been probably, it's been the biggest thing that's happened to me in the last 3 years. And I basically, with a team, we run TEDx Queenstown. It's an independently organised event in TED style, licensed back to TED in New York.
Fantastic.
And that's been a really exciting thing, because I've got to meet and talk to, just like this, some of the most amazing people on earth.
Do I stack up, obviously, to the person that you've met
such
right
as yourself.
Here? Obviously, that's what I was thinking. Like, you know, meeting me here today and see what I can bring to the table.
That sort of calibre.
Am I now going to talk at TEDx? I
Maybe.
presume so.
Well, there's a form. You got to fill that in.
Oh, right. Oh, perfect.
You've got to go through a process, of course.
Trent, I brought you out here, obviously, to highlight the fact that we're leaving the show. We're off now. So
already?
This is goodbyes.
We're just getting to know each other.
I know. I mean, we could be here for several more hours. Big shout out to Destination Queensland as well. Thank you so much to iCards Hotel in association with LukeFarTV.com. It's my pleasure to exit this gorgeous place and Queenstown as well as a whole. And it is a privilege to have Trent on the show this evening. Thank you so much for your time.
See you next time you come and
Appreciate
visit.
ZipTrek Tours, ladies and gentlemen, .co.nz, LukeFarTV.com. Over and out. Choice As Media. Big ups. Au revoir.